What's going on, guys? We're back with another video. Apparently there was an Xbox Direct today and I was a bit surprised, I guess, because it came out like in the morning and I wanted to, I guess I should have maybe reacted to it live, but here we are watching it after the fact. Xbox has been not on the decline, but I feel like they've been having a lot of issues lately. Like maybe they're not as focused as PlayStation and Nintendo are, but I don't know, it still seems like they're focusing on good games. I do wonder if they're gonna have any news about maybe a potential next Xbox console. I doubt it, because I feel like Xbox has been focusing more on the cloud, so you can play anywhere and not just on an Xbox console. But we'll see what this is going to show us. It is a developer direct, so I assume it's going to be focusing more on games. It's about an hour long, I think, so let's take a look. All the games we're about to see are in development, do not represent final products. All games are available day one on Game Pass, of course. Oh, of course. Support play anywhere in Xbox Cloud Gaming, of course they do. Okay. Yeah, like I said, they're focusing a lot on the cloud and like playing Xbox games on any device, I guess. So let's see what they have in store for us. Peggy 18. Okay, so all these games are like pushing a mature rating. Got it. Or maybe most of them. We'll see. So I guess they are focusing on the devs. Okay, 4 games. Maybe focusing... I see Doom, so that's going to be one of them for sure. So they're only focusing on 4 titles. Got it. For this direct. Okay. I'm not sure what to expect, but we'll see. We shall see. The juggling is a bit much, but I guess whatever you need to do to get the viewer's attention, I suppose. So I wonder if we're going to be starting with Doom. But we'll see. But they are under Xbox, so... Developer Direct. It's after Compulsion, Sandfall, and... What's the last one? Xbox Game Studio, okay. Who does Xbox own in terms of studios? I forget. Wait a minute, isn't this Team Ninja? Team Ninja's opening? Hold on. We're starting off like this? Hold up. What are they making? It can't be... Wait, hold on. I'm forgetting what games they made.
Koei Tecmo Games チーム忍者の安田文彦です。
Koei Tecmo, yeah. Team Ninja.
今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しいです。
Flagship action series.
早速ですがこちらをご覧ください。
Starting with the trailer, okay. Koei Tecmo, what do you have up your sleeve?
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of lucid rain.
Is this Ninja Gaiden?
The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility.
Wait a minute.
Commencing mission.
Platinum Games, let's go. This certainly is giving off Ninja Gaiden vibes. Oh my gosh. That's not Ryu Hayabusa though, right? It looks like someone else. It looks like a new pro tag of somewhat.
No escape.
Hold up. Cool finishers. I like. But if they're collabing with Platinum, that means this is gonna have like tight controls and pretty interesting action. Damn. Ninja versus Samurai? Okay, okay. Parries. Bullet hells? Okay.
This is it.
Crazy.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here.
There he is. He's back. I haven't played the Ninja Gaiden series, to be honest. I know they're like
So you've come.
difficult.
Fuck off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
What is happening? So Ryu Hayabusa's in the mix, but we play as a new pro tag?
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。
More than 10 years,
最強
yeah.
の忍者となり容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきまし
Ninja
た。
Gaiden 4.
本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
Platinum Games in the mix. Very
プラ
nice.
チナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられ
Very
ました。
true.
忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう
Yakumo.
新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作するこ
So
とに
it's
し
like a
ました。
new pro tag, but is he on the opposite side of Ryu
先
Hayabusa?
ほどご覧いただいた映像の中でリュウハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に
Okay, okay.
関わってきます。
Okay.
なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、リュウハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物
So
語
the story will reveal why they're like
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をす
why
る
they're possibly on opposite sides.
物
Got it.
語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒
Dark
廃した首
Rot.
都東京が舞台となっています。
Not brain rot, but dark rot. Okay.
この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証
Dark
であり、
dragon.
雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。
Wait, does this take place like in line with after what happens after Ninja Gaiden 3? I'm not familiar with the
本作の新主
story.
人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一
Raven
門に所
clan.
属するヤクモが
Oh.
首都東京で黒竜を倒
Okay.
し、この世界
So
を晴ら
that
すため
clan is like
戦いに身を投じます。
a rival with like Ryu Hayabusa's clan. That makes sense.
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観を
Dark
継承し
hardcore
そ
atmosphere.
こにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いや
Danger at every
混沌とした
turn.
景観のデザインを取り入れていま
It's
す。
usually how it is.
ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受けビルは崩れ道は歪みヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。
Pretty cool
舞台とな
environments.
る東京はとある出来事によって街全
It's
体
a
が
very,
崩壊し
very
マルテ
different
や
setting.
ヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており
And I guess the
環境
city
全
is
体が
like
プレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
filled with enemies at every corner. Dang, things really went to hell, huh?
危険に満ちたステージを
What was
忍者
that?
シリーズおなじみの対術など
Okay.
忍者アクションを
Wall
駆使
running,
して乗り越えていく
wall
ことになり
jumping.
ます
Of
レー
course.
ルアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミック
To make everything so crazy and dynamic. Makes sense.
これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションやチャレンジ、隠されたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思い
Pretty
ます。
cool, pretty cool. Maybe I should try to play the old Ninja Gaiden games. Or like the previous 3 Ninja Gaiden games. Curious.
新しい主人公のヤクモはリュウハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、
Genius
忍者
ninja,
ガイデン
but
シリーズにおける
naive and
忍者
young.
の頂点、リュウと肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。
So that makes Ryu Hayabusa like maybe a lot older than this guy.
そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の
Divine
治安維持
Dragon
組
Order
織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や
So these guys are
現世
like
に蔓延する人ならざる者、妖魔、
like they
そ
think
して
of
もちろん
themselves as the
シリーズおな
peacekeepers,
じみの魔人も登場します。
fiends. Okay.
また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も
It
登
seems
場
like
し
they're
ます
also
ので、
blending like
続報にご期待ください。
technological, modern.
従来のシリーズから
Modern
バ
setting
トルスピ
as
ード
well.
をさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を
So is this going to be even faster than the previous games? Even more crazy fast and
さら
intense?
に ヤクモが使える新要素
Bloodbind
結節
Ninjutsu
忍術
Nue
ヌエの
style.
型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を
The
可能にしました
finishers look really sick.
ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており
We thought Ryu Hayabusa was
長
fast.
く続く戦況を一気に
Wait till
覆すことができ
Yakumo comes into the picture is what they're saying,
も
I
ちろん
guess.
1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です
Like boss
プ
fights?
レイヤー同様敵もガードや回避をしてくるため緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます
So bosses can
敵の動
block
きを
and
しっか
parry,
り
I
捉え
guess.
ながら一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です
Wait for the perfect time to
ヌエ
strike,
の
of
型によって
course.
忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います
Looks crazy. Looks intense. In the best way.
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。
Okay.
本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でも
Yeah, it feels
しっか
like
りと忍者ガイデンらしさを
Yakumo is
感じ
more
ていただける
wild,
と思います。
whereas Ryu Hayabusa has a more
例えば
controlled style.
ヌエ二つの型があ
Raven
るという
and
点
Nue
がヤクモの大
styles
きな
for
特徴です
Yakumo.
が、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアク
What's
シ
the
ョンを用い
difference
て
though?
敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の
Okay,
深
so
み
it's two different styles.
や滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防
Obliteration
な
and
どは
ultimate
もちろん
techniques.
ヤクモでも健在です。
I'm not
ヤ
familiar.
クモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、
Okay.
さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができる
So various, so they have different distinct styles, of course. I think, can
そして竜
Ryu
ハヤブサの
and
双方
Yakumo
で
do the
シ
Izuna
ン
drops?
イズナ落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ
Okay, so I
新アク
guess
ションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンに
because that's a
ご期待くだ
trademark
さい
move, they can both do it. Izuna drops are like pretty
忍
key.
者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに
Yeah,
我々
dude.
プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り
Yeah,
入れ
Platinum Games
進化
being
した
part
正
of
当
this
続編を作
project
り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を
is
進め
pretty
ております
huge.
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指してい
And
ま
I hope
す。
it's like a return to form
皆
for
様に
Platinum.
進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
This might be a hot
シリーズファンは
take,
もちろんのこと
but I
忍者
feel
ガイデ
like
ンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に
but I
楽し
feel
め
like
る作品
Platinum
になって
does
おります
well
の
when
で
they're like
ぜひ
licensed
発売をお待ちください
or like contracted to work
長
for
年にわ
someone
たって
else.
プラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開
Like
発を
they
進め
have
て
their
き
own
ました
distinct
が
style for
ついに
sure.
発表することができて非常に嬉しく思い
But I
ます
feel like they work
2025年秋に
they work
本
best
作を
when they
皆様にお
collab.
届けできるのを楽しみにしています
Or if they're like working under someone else's like ideas, I guess. Like you have Kojima's and then you have like Square. So when they're contracted, I feel like they work
さ
best.
て本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません
One more
こ
thing.
ちらをご覧ください
What do you have first now? Oh my gosh. Hold on. More Ninja Gaiden? No, they just announced Ninja Gaiden, right? Can't be DOA, right? Hold on. Hold on. We see Hayabusa. Wait a minute. Are they... Oh no, are you are they remaking the first 3 games? That would make a lot of sense if they did. So it comes in line with the release of Ninja Gaiden 4. It looks like they are...
My path leads through the land of the dead.
Is it? I don't know. But it would make sense if they remade them. Not just a remaster, but a full-on remake.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
I have not played them, so I have no clue what I'm looking at.
Genshin, go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
What am I looking at? Ninja Gaiden 2? Black? Oh, it's just the second game?
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版
Oh,
は
I guess
2008
only
年に
the second game?
Xbox 360で
Why?
発売しバイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽し
I
みい
know
た
a
だ
lot
い
of
た
people
作
liked
品です
Ninja Gaiden
本作
2.
忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り
And
ア
they-
ンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新 忍者ガイデン2の完全
And
版と
they're
して開
remastering
発い
it.
たしました
They're remastering Ninja
綺麗な
Gaiden
グラフィ
2
ックでお
Black.
楽しみいただけるのはもちろんリュウハヤブサに加え綾音、もみじ、レイチェ
And
ルもプレイ
Rachel
ブルキャラクターとして登場しますそして本作は本日コンソール PC そして
Wasn't Rachel only in
Xbox で
the
この後すぐに発売
PlayStation
となります
Or was she in all
忍者ガイデンシリー
versions?
ズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください
I kind of wonder if they'll do that with the first game and the third game, but we'll see.
今年はチーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり
30th anniversary.
本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め
Okay.
2025年は忍者の年イヤーオブザ忍者となります
Year of the
ぜひ
Ninja,
忍者ガイデ
Year
ン
of the
シリーズの
Snake.
展開にご注目ください
So I guess this is like
本日は
their
ありがとうございました
big return to Ninja Gaiden as an anniversary project, I guess. Which makes sense. But I guess they're under Xbox Game Studio? I mean, I guess that kind of lines up. Who's next? Compulsion Games. What are you guys making again? I think I saw what they were making, but I forget what the title is. It's a game set in the south, right? Or like the swamplands? I forget. What's the title of this game again?
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada.
Montreal.
At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue.
Oh,
For
South of Midnight.
our
Right.
third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
Very interesting creatures. Yeah, I know little about this game, but when the announcement trailer came out, it looked very interesting.
This ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
Damn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving. An ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
Supernatural elements. Very cool.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our worlds, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Cool.
Those hands to yourself.
Very, very
Hazel
cool.
can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
Very cool.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
So like mystical elements are like a big emphasis.
salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel.
That's fun.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weaver thing and help me down?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff.
So very
Her magic
very
abilities
akin to
manifest
weaving.
with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements.
Cool.
Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Very cool.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
Are they called Aints?
These Aints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses
Ain't?
that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed.
Different-
Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee
different
abilities
enemy
to execute
types,
powerful
of
combos,
course.
jump attacks, and charge attacks.
Straightforward.
But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills become the key to gaining the upper hand in combat.
Okay.
Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything.
Okay.
Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time.
Okay.
Once near death, enemies can be unraveled.
They're going pretty
breaking
in-depth
their
with
core and setting
combat.
them free of their corruption.
Which is
Which
nice.
has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities.
Cool.
As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize.
Oh, I guess you have to choose.
The upgrades will
Interesting.
change how you approach combat, like
Okay.
enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them
So yeah, they're
feel
really
more
going into
rewarding.
the nitty-gritty of like
The combat
abilities.
system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy.
I wonder
Their secrets waiting to be
if that's
discovered.
steeped in like Southern
As a
culture.
weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind
Cool.
of person would do that to someone?
So interesting.
We design each region
Like
to reflect the
different
creature
designs,
that's been doomed to wander in.
different backstories, different
From the
enemies,
atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one.
different
While not
musical
all
themes.
encounters lead to direct combat. Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature,
Cool.
with distinct mechanics that center around a specific
I know I
event.
keep saying cool, but it really
These
is.
encounters feature multiple phases that ramp up in complexity.
Wow.
As the encounters progress, the musical theme builds up, cranking the tension alongside the fight.
Makes sense. The music changes as it gets more intense.
Or hugging Molly. Each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
Southern folklore inspired.
We got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal.
Beautiful
And
settings.
as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
Beautiful settings, beautiful
The history,
mystic elements.
landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The weight of the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody Compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation.
Yeah.
Which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and
That's the
character.
cool part of this game.
Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own.
The coolest part of the game is
fantastical
the stop
deep
motion incorporated. It's very nice. Gotta appreciate the amount of
Compulsion
detail.
Games, we love to craft around central themes. We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality.
Nice.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th,
Oh.
and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and
Coming in a few months. All right. Yeah, this game looks very, very creative. I really hope that the audience like appreciates all the hard work that went into it. You know. Here we go, Expedition 33, and their take on stylish turn-based combat. Let's go. This is one of the games that I'm really, really intrigued by.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sandfall Interactive and welcome to our manor. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Yep.
It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features,
Very nice.
and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation.
These guys are
Because
committed.
I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision.
Nice.
And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive.
Yeah, I mean, all
we
three-
founded Sandfall Interactive on these tenets.
All 3
A
elements
group of
look
friends with
spot
a shared
on.
vision and the drive to make something great.
Yeah, these guys are really passionate, and I appreciate
This
that.
too is your legacy.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours.
4 years.
And that started with the hook.
To develop the story. Wow.
67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased.
Oh, wow.
Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Very interesting.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
This game has a stacked cast,
Guillaume and I
too.
knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
As per usual.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. and it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to
The
themselves.
male protag looks like Robert.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me.
He looks a
What are
bit
we gonna
like
do?
Robert
In a world
Pattinson.
like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes. Expedition
The male protag really looks like Robert
The characters
Pattinson.
all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic.
Talk
where he
about
can
the
turn
combat.
into the enemies he defeats.
Talk about the combat.
Just need foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Gestrol, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Gestrols across the game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the universe.
Esquier is that powerful?
Fun.
Be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
Nice.
And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
Cool. That's what an interesting idea.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction,
Alright, here we go.
which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
So reaction
During
times.
enemy turns, you can negate
QTEs.
all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time.
Nice.
But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests,
Yeah.
turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard.
That's a bit tricky.
Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of.
Real-time reactions
Players
in
who
a
are good at
turn-based
real-time
combat
can
system.
take more risks, and others can counterbalance
interesting.
with items and strategies.
So you have like real-time
A big
buttons.
part of that formula
combat.
lies in the many ways you can customize
Skill
your character.
trees. Skill trees, of course.
We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable
Look at this
so that
menu.
everyone can have fun with how they play the game.
So stylish.
Each character has a unique mechanic. Maëlle switches between stances, which can ultimately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Maëlle the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much
So
the
each
only one at
character
the
has their
studio
own
who plays her
quirk.
that way.
Nice.
Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects.
So many.
They can gain through Lumina and weapons.
That's a bit too
So
much.
there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore.
I wonder if
Needless to
it
say,
be
we
overwhelming.
can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
They might need to scale back the amount, but we'll see how it goes. Still, the game looks really polished.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity.
Okay.
For example, the Gestural Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break.
Different areas have different themes.
That feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrals are.
So like a city for rogues and jesters.
The Gestral Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box.
Oh, Gestrals.
With two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Destro.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon, an old Victorian.
And this is why art directors are so. This is why art directors are so crucial.
Themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map.
Nice. I love it.
And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need Eske's help traveling around.
That's a pretty big world map.
We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels.
Yeah.
If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
Encouraging exploration. I like that.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
Oh, a lot of games are coming out in April.
I'm super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our
Their
story,
debut game.
our world, and our take on the turn-based genre.
Now I hope this game.
Everyone at Sandfall, thank you for joining us.
Now I hope
Tomorrow
this.
comes.
Now I hope this game does well.
Viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Good job, guys. This game looks so unique. The combat system looks amazing too. All right, here we go. Let's get into that Doom action. Oh my gosh, I know a lot of people are hyped for this one. Oh man, Doom is... The way that Doom has lived to this day is crazy.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person
Where's John
shooters.
Carmack?
A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
All right.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
Damn.
I was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Man, this game is gonna be nuts. Doomslayer with like archaic weapons. I mean guns too, I guess, but like more so shields and maces and stuff. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Amazing.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer.
Looks sick.
This is a prequel to Doom 2016. And that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom the Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series.
Oh, it's a prequel.
And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
So it's a prequel to the reboot. Interesting.
In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom the Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Damn.
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again.
Oh my goodness.
Just like in the classic Doom games.
Amazing.
But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master.
Nice.
Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Oh my gosh.
Block.
Amazing.
Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Stand and fight. I like that. Very nice. Oh, the finishers too.
And
Nice.
the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created it in.
It's because you can parry now and
That's not all.
block.
'Cause if you're gonna stand
It's
and fight,
huge.
then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail?
A flail.
Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a Doom spiked mace?
Okay.
That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades.
Very
and
cool.
It's totally awesome.
Very, very cool.
And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new,
Yeah.
unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill
Yeah, the
system.
parry system is like
Any angle,
huge.
in and out as you see fit.
To Doom.
And it feels amazing.
Pretty
You'll
cool.
feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde
So-
with total freedom.
So brutal.
And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we
What
haven't
else you
talked
what
about
else you
yet.
got? What else you got?
The trigger.
The trigger. Yeah, I wonder what kind of weapons you're gonna get from this. Because it is
That's
like
right,
medieval
we've saved
times.
The best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
So what's this version's BFG is the question.
Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with.
Damn.
Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield.
Damn, Doomslayer is OP as hell.
Extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark
Alright,
Ages.
let's see some gameplay. So I kind of wonder if you do start with like some futuristic weapons and you go back and then maybe you go back to your present time. I don't know. This game is looking incredible. The shield does add a lot, and I'm glad that they fully embraced it. So cool. And you can throw it Captain America style. Of course you can. But the fact that it's one button contextual actions is actually
And under the hood, for the first
it's actually
time in a
interesting.
mid-game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game.
So you can craft the
to whatever
game
fits them best.
to experience it the way you want to.
Or speed them up.
That's
It's a
pretty
Doom for all
that's pretty
players.
clever.
And the gameplay doesn't end with
Very
just the
accessible.
Slayer. we finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech.
Here's a mech.
The size of a building. It's powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death
Oh
with
my
your blow-wielded
gosh.
fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
Oh my goodness.
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
Amazing. Mechs you can
And
use.
as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience.
Yeah.
So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark
Okay,
Ages.
okay.
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond.
So are they like pulling from older Doom games?
New abilities and godlike powers every step
Yeah, are
of the
they
way.
pulling from older
Now
Doom
armed with
game
your trusty shield
locations?
saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit.
Damn.
With any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines.
Oh my
in
goodness.
search of vital resources.
Okay.
You control the pace of the game. Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Oh wow. Insane.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete.
What is the story here?
And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
Okay, okay. So it's kind of like a culmination of all the Dooms, right? In a sense.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases...
Oh, in May? Okay. Cool. April and May release dates. Okay. Very, very cool. Nice. What else you got for us, Xbox? Any other surprises? I mean, this is focusing on the devs, so maybe not.
I cannot move.
bloopers. I love it.
You will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Very cool presentation.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
Expedition's combat system looks promising.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
Nice. Of course, Game Pass. Very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you, Xbox, for this Developer Direct. Yeah, really, really cool. Like, I didn't expect, like, to be in this style, but I guess we're getting a better look at the games. And I'm really, really surprised that they're bringing back Ninja Gaiden. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, South of Midnight looks cool because of the stop motion and the mystical elements. Doom, of course, is like hell of a good time. Pun intended. Because Doom is placed before the 2016 game, I kind of wonder if because of that they're pulling more from the classic Dooms, in which case that's still pretty cool. Ninja Gaiden 4 of course looks very, very fast, if anything. You thought the old games were fast? Take a look at Ninja Gaiden 4. But Expedition 33 I think is on a lot of people's radar. Their combat system is very, very unique. Like real-time buttons in a turn-based combat system looks really cool. But Xbox, I guess your promise to focus on games is not fake. You have all these games coming out and being developed, but I do wonder how Xbox is going to recover from kind of like mishandling a lot of studio situations. Like I know Tango Gameworks got picked up again by someone else, but all in all, this Direct was pretty cool. Thank you to the devs who are working hard. Are you guys excited for these 4 games? What do you think of all these games that are coming out? What do you think of the devs working behind the games? What are you excited for the most? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching with me. If you like this video, like and subscribe. It does motivate me to make more content for you guys. Till next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in the next video.